truth about the matter is, our constitution has become a Sharia constitution, whether we like it or not. That's the truth. The 1999 constitution is a Sharia constitution. Because I mentioned in one interview, there are up to 73 mentions of Sharia in that constitution. About 28 mentions of Islam in that constitution. About 10 mentions of Muslim in that constitution. There is no mention of Christian or Christianity in that constitution. That means these Christians don't exist in this country. That is the truth. We cannot shy away from it. And the National Assembly members know this. But the problem with this country is that we have cowards in position of power who, even when they know the truth, are unable to speak out and say, gentlemen, this doesn't suit the so-called secularity of the Constitution. Our Constitution is not secular. Our Constitution is a Sharia Constitution. And that is where we have problems today, including the insurgency in the name of Sharia. So with Sharia, whether we like it or not, that's what will continue to happen, unless it is crushed. Negotiation will not work. Anybody who say non-kinetic, that is the funny terminology I've heard. Somebody who think that if he kills and if he dies trying to kill for his faith, he's going above to meet some beautiful facilities beyond what he gets here. It's here, it's in the mind. You can't change him through some non-kinetic something. He is out there to either kill or be killed. If somebody would voluntarily go and blow himself up just because he feels he's going to be rewarded, how do you solve the problem through some non-kinetic approach? So the issue is, this thing will not stop unless it is crushed. So you see, some people think others are not smart. So that thing Obasanjo said is true, it's going on, and Kwara is just a window from Kwara to go into the southwest proper. The southeastern, let me just finish. The people who have resisted so much in entrance to Islam are the Igbos. Before the Civil War, people didn't understand the game at that time. Even Middle Belters were at the forefront of the fight. Till later, why are Igbos being targeted? Is it just because they are Igbos? Or is it because they are successful and they are, prospering in the north? Or is it because they are Christians? Today, because things have changed, the north is saying, if Igbos want to leave, let them go. Maybe because they feel that place may be impregnable. So, sir, we understand what is going on. We're not a bunch of fools. According to Sharia, Muslims will have to be the lords. You will have to submit. I will have to submit. Muslims who don't believe in that violence have to submit. There are rules. So since Sharia came in, insurgency in real time came in because they have the right under Sharia to convert the unbeliever.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sorry to interrupt you. Pardon me. The aspect of Sharia, the Constitution allows, correct me if I'm wrong, it is in the cases of inheritance, marriage, marital issues, disputes.
Those were the penal court thing which Sardauna had.
Yes.
The Sharia today.
Yes.
Why was Leah Sharibu taken out of so many girls? Hold on. Why was the lady in Sokoto stoned to death? It's Sharia. So there are so many things that have happened which we can refer to, which are Sharia compliant issues. Many things have happened. Why do we have a parallel policing in Kano? It is because of Sharia. So, if you are in Kano, even if you are an Igbo man or whoever, and you want to trade your beer, you go and smash it. If you are lucky to go away alive. That is Sharia. So, sir, anybody who deceives you and said the penal code which we had, which the Sardauna accepted as a means of accommodating the Middle Belters then because of the Willings Commission requirement, is not what we have today. What we have today, adopted by the 12 local government, states in the north, is the true Sharia. And where they want and when they want to implement, they implement. Even states that are not as aggressive. Not long ago, was it about 2 years ago, my governor in Borno went to and said any hotel that they think was a brothel, quote unquote, how do you qualify a place? They smashed it and destroyed such plots. Churches are not allowed spaces in some areas. So what is that?
To own that?
Yes. So what is that? It is Sharia. So you see, we pretend, that is the problem with this content. We pretend to be running a secular system in the north. It is no more that way. And this insurgency would not be there without Sharia. When we had the penal code, there was no such insurgency. There was no such aggression. There would not be somebody coming with a gun and say, Allahu Akbar, and attack others. It wasn't there. Under the penal code, it wasn't there. Under Sharia, it's there. And we cannot deny them. It is for the others to wake up and say, look, if you want to practice this, you have the right based on your religion, but you can't impose it on us. Let's think of a way of coexisting with this. And what is happening, or what is going to happen next? These people will say, let's part ways. Whether you like it or not. It is not only Christians that are attacked in this process. To succeed even in changing the narrative, or that Owo place, where majority of them were Muslims. Were they Fulanis? They are not. They can sacrifice people just to change the narrative. So the agenda continues. And it will not abate unless it is crushed. Anybody who tells you that that agenda would subside through some negotiation is just deceiving you. Unless it is crushed, it will continue. Let me now digress, because I watched what the first video production by late Shekau, if he is late. Shekau said after the bombing of Gadabu in Jos, I got the video, I still have it. He said in house, we are the ones who conducted this thing in Sultania, the place called Plateau or Jos. We did it because what you hear is not as much as what you have seen. Because our people have been killed. He mentioned Zongo Kataf and so many other places. And he said they are not fighting a political war. They are not fighting for money, but they are fighting a religious war. Though unfortunately he ended up telling us, maybe because he's not smart, that it is a political war. Then he continued, he said, it is a war between Muslims and Christians. And then he warned Muslims that any Muslim that assists an unbeliever in the war should consider himself dead. Are you getting me, sir? Any Muslim who assists unbelievers in the war should consider himself dead. So if Muslims are being killed in the war, that's one reason. 2, he continued and said it will not end, as a summary, because he said some other things before that, till Islam is the determinant of governance in Nigeria. It will not end till Islam is the determinant of governance in Nigeria. So will it stop? We have not gotten there yet. The system is already rotten. And thank God the present government having received the pressure from the US has allowed the Americans to assist and collaborate with our government to ensure that this thing is halted. But the major work is for you and I to do the needful, rather than chickening out and pretend. Because sometimes when I hear people who know, who even suffered genocidal attacks in the area, saying that there is no genocide, I do laugh. There is genocidal attacks on Christian communities to displace them. In the northwest, there is genocidal attack against Muslim houses, indigenous houses. The jihad of which started in 1804 took over power. That is traditional institutions. But the land remained in the hands of the Hausas. Today, the Hausas are also being killed and dispossessed of their land. So it has become multifaceted, but all the same. You look at the history, whether at how Islam started, it is the same trend, sir. It has not changed. So with Sharia, whether we like it or not, that's what will continue to happen, unless it is crushed. They are moving down south. You don't have to worry. They feel much of the north, including the middle belt, is being covered, where they have not been able to cover, and it's becoming a bit tough. Move away from that and continue. From Kwara, it will go further down south. It's not going to stop at Kwara. Are you getting me?
You think so?
Oh, certainly. Unless it is crushed. It will not stop at Kwara. It will go down and south. If you go and probe, you will find out that people in Kwara will be part of accomplices in the carnage. The issue is, yes, going by what our former president said, as the President Obasanjo, he said, he summarized the thing as Fulanization and Islamization.
He said so?
Yeah, Fulanization.
President Obasanjo?
Yes,
President Obasanjo.
yes.
Are you sure, sir?
Oh, certainly. You can Google. You will find that statement. Fulanization and Islamization.
So let me ask you pointedly.
Yes.
You've scattered around it all this way. So let me ask you directly.
Yes.
You believe, sir, Dr. Pogu Beatrice, that there's a Fulanization or Islamization agenda for the whole of Nigeria?
Certainly.
You believe this?
100%. Today,
What evidence do you have?
thank you. Christian communities are being attacked and wiped out, chased and occupied.
What about Muslim communities?
Hold on. I told you about the Muslim communities. It's the Hausa community. The 1804 jihad, which started in 1804, took over the traditional stools of the Hausa. The land was still in the hands of the Hausa. Today, the land is being taken away. So that one is Fulanization, because Hausas are being replaced by Fulanis. The Hausas are also Muslims.
But some of them, listen in Borno State.
Listen.
Borno is not taken over by Fulani.
Listen to me. The Boko Haram started as a Kanuri thing.
Yes.
Muslims from the neighboring tribes, including even some in the Middle Belt tribes, got convinced that they were fighting jihad, Islamization. Are you getting me, sir? So when they come and attack someone in Bokos, kill some of them, chase others away, who occupies the land the next time you go there, you will see Fulani herdsmen occupying the place. Islamization. So they are moving step by step. Now, you go to your Kwara, which you are talking about. The debate now and what is at the front burner is Americans coming in. The argument is that whether there is genocide against Christians, go and wipe away some Muslim community. Then you say, there's no genocide against Christians. It's all the politics of the same thing. Those people are not Fulanis. They are some minority tribe in Kwara. So, you see, some people think others are not smart. So that thing Obasanjo said is true, it's going on, and Kwara is just a window. From Kwara to go into the southwest proper. The southeastern, let me just finish. The people who have resisted so much entrance to Islam are the Igbos. We fought the Civil War. People didn't understand the game at that time. Even Middle Belters were at the forefront of the fight. Till later, why are Igbos being targeted? Is it just because they are Igbos? Or is it because they are successful and they are, prospering in the north? Or is it because they are Christians? Today, because things have changed, the north is saying, if Igbos want to leave, let them go. Maybe because they feel that place may be impregnable. So, sir, we understand what is going on. We're not a bunch of fools. At least we've gone to school.
These are very serious, allegations.
No, it's not an allegation. Even Baba Ahmed said, rather than fighting a war, he said it. It's there on this YouTube. You can go and Google it, find it. He said, rather than fighting a war, if any part of the country want, then let them go. Let the Igbos go. It's there. The same Baba Ahmed.
Yes. But what you attributed to former President Obasanjo is still debatable, because I know him very well to be a core nationalist, and I doubt he would make that. But let's make progress.
No. Let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
Google, you'll find, if you have access to him, ask him whether he made that statement or not. Yes. I have said it over and over again because I know it happened.
Okay. Let's make progress, sir. Quickly, I know you mentioned it earlier, but I want to ask you a question from it. General T.Y., 3 years ago, thereabouts, he said it openly at a function in Jalingo, that if you don't rise up and defend yourself, that they'll be wiped up, all of you will be killed, because the military, some elements in the military are colluding with the killers, the terrorists and bandits, and all of that. Sir, have we come to a place where, because some are openly advocating for it, for communities to openly arm themselves? Because if we call security and don't come, have we gotten there now?
Don't worry, we should have been there before now, not now.
Really?
Yes. You see, the issue is, there are areas, even Islamic countries, where the first line of defense is supposed to be the community. And we wanted it to be in an organized constitutional manner.
Yes.
That's why we advocated for state police, local government police, etc., etc. If my community has a small police unit, maybe 100, 200, that would defend and keep law as a third tier of government, they will not allow some miscreants from somewhere to just go and come and override the place, because they will be attached to their place to defend their people. That was why we said, let's have a constitutional thing, rather than saying, let everybody arm himself, so that we can have state police, county police. Some people are saying, yes, the governors will use state police to do one thing or the other. Is the federal government not using federal police? And didn't we have something similar to state police before? We had what we call, before 1963, the NA police, similar to what we could call a state police by now. I mean, now, if we were to have it. The county then were more like local, government, because they were provincial entities. Today, such provinces have become states. Some have become even 2, 3 states. So it is necessary if we want to address this issue, because we have seen examples, sir, where a village with just some few hunters and double-barrel guns standing against these people with rifles, and they run. They defend their villages. So if people are armed, they will be able to defend their communities. This nonsense happens because they have the arms and others don't. If others are also armed, they will not dare, because they are also afraid of dying, in spite of the fact that some of them are convinced that the hereafter would be better than the now.
Let me ask a question. If you are a Muslim and you are watching this video, please don't get all too emotional or too overzealous, because there are certain questions that I believe that we must ask. We must ask. What does it mean to be a Muslim in Nigeria? You see, as a Christian, when I look at the other side of divide, I am forced to ask this question. To be a Muslim, does it mean you have to hate other religion? I believe religion, in the first place, whether Muslim, Christianity, or any type of religion, is meant to advance the cause of humanity. And what is humanity? Humanity is love. Humanity is helping one another. Humanity is about growing life and preserving life. But how well has Islam excelled in these considerations? Is Islam pro-life? Is Islam pro-humanity? Is Islam pro-love? Is Islam pro-everything that advances the cause of humanity? I don't want to answer it. I have a very good answer in my mind, but I won't be the one to answer it. So you answer it. In Nigeria, you see Muslims who will say that this country belongs to them. Nigeria say Malan. Yes, in this country. Is that supposed to be? And these same people who believe that Nigeria must be theirs are the same one shouting that Nigeria is one. What type of oneness and what type of unity that also suggests that certain people cannot be president, certain people must be moved or unalived, certain people belonging to certain faiths, their religious houses like churches must be burnt, we must go to school and abduct certain children that belong to certain religion? I mean, what exactly you say? Now, I hate it to hear when some people say that, those people committing these atrocities are not Muslims. Fuck, shut the fuck up there. Shut the F up, the F up. The people committing these atrocities are Muslims. The very recent video that is trending now, where some bandits went to attack an Air Force base. They were are they shouting blood, blood in the name of Jesus or praise the Lord? They are shouting Allahu Akbar. Praise be to God. Praise be to Allah. So, I am asking the question. Did God create the people in the universe who now chose to be Hindus, Buddhists, Muslims, Christians? Did that same God now appoint Muslims to be the selectors of mankind, the ones that has to be rejected and unalived, and the one that has to live? Did God choose those in Islam to decide which is the true religion and everybody must be in that religion? Or if you are not religion, if you are not in the religion, you pay jizya. If you don't pay jizya, then you are unalived. I mean, just thinking about it sends shivers in my brain or in my body just to think that people can actually think this way. So I ask the question, what type of Islam are we practicing in Nigeria? Islam of hate, Islam of deception, Islam of segregation, Islam of... I mean, you just tell me. I'm asking a question. I'm not making a fundamental assumption here. I'm asking a question because I need to be anywhere I want to be. I need to go to school in Katsina, in Muslim-dominated state, and not be afraid that I can't speak my mind, or if I speak that is not in conjunction with your belief, I am unalived. The same thing for the Muslim guy. You can, of course, nobody's going to poof any Muslim in the South because he said we don't care religion. You can abuse Jesus Christ all you want. If you like, say Jesus Christ is a madman. We don't. But for the North, it's a different thing. That people are self-employed to look out for people who abuse Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you begin to unalive them. I mean, what type of religion asks its adherents to go about looking for people who say something against religion and poof them? It's an ideology, and it, of course, I cannot ask you to rethink because you believe that is what your religion teaches you.
Good day to our viewers all over the world and welcome back to Local Journal. We've listened to everything said in this video already and I wouldn't want to say much about it again, but all I just want to point to is this. There is an agenda to Fulanize and Islamize this country, and Nigerians, we must wake up and Nigerians must be on their toe now, because I've seen so many Nigerians debunk this ideology and debunk this narrative of Islamization happening in our own very eyes. It's not as if it's a lie or it's something not happening, but there are so many people in Nigeria who are trying to downplay it because they just look at the surface. It's deeper than what we think, and this is not just a day agenda. It's a lifelong agenda to achieve this and to ensure that this country is captured. Of course, you know that Nigeria is the biggest country in Africa, and the very moment where Nigeria is captured, they will be able to penetrate into other African countries, and that is the reason why this agenda is centered on Nigeria. This agenda wants to take effect from Nigeria. They want to subdue Nigeria and get hold of Nigeria before they can expand their tentacles to other places in Africa. The only region in Nigeria that is difficult, or that has been difficult for them to penetrate, is the eastern region. The Igbos have resisted these people, and that is the reason why these people are being treated unjustly in Nigeria. That is the major reason why there is gruesome injustice, why there is unwarranted injustice against the Igbos in Nigeria. Make no mistake about this. And until Nigeria develops the mindset of the Igbos and the way they've been able to handle these people, there is no way Nigeria won't be conquered. Even as we speak, they are spreading their tentacles to the southwestern part of the country, and they are infiltrating, they are penetrating into this region little by little. They've entered into Kwara, they are already in Osun State. So tell me, what else is remaining? What else is left there? The Middle Belt, they are fighting day in, day out, trying to change the narrative. And even where they are now, currently in the Middle Belt and in some part of Kwara, the places they attack, they are not the Fulani dominated areas. Places they attack are not Fulani dominated areas. Even in the north, places they attack, they are Hausa dominated areas, and the Muslims, they own a life, they are Hausas. So tell me, do you think that these people are not intentional about what they are doing? Their own brand of Islam is different from what the Hausas and other Muslims in Nigeria are practicing, and that is the reason why they want to use these people who are practicing these other brands of Islam as a buffer to beef up their own agenda, to beef up their numbers, and ensure that these people help them fight these other people. And in turn, what they are using, paying these people back, is to unalive these people as well, so that they can take the rulership of everything, take the rulership of Nigeria and make it their own, and impose whichever religion they want on Nigerians. The Sharia brand of Islam, or the Sharia thing, it's from the Fulani people. They brought it into Nigeria, and they are the ones spearheading it, and they are the one making sure that they take it to every part of Nigeria. Nigerians, we need to wake up. Nigerians, we need to listen to what is happening. We need to pay attention to what is happening within our surrounding, because if we keep on sleeping, if we keep on ignoring all these things that are happening, ignoring these signs that are happening, and we think this is just a mere war, or this is just a political war, or what have you, of course, in years to come, we'll be regretting, and I pray we don't regret. This is my opinion. Drop what you think about this in the comment section, and if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel.